So, welcome, my lovers and relationship lovers, my friends. Thank you for joining the Love Dr. Pamela Smith as we talk about strategies and solutions and tips and ideas, and especially advice to help you what? Find love, get love, keep love, and enhance the relationship you're already in. Okay? So, as you see, my topic tonight is what are you doing to sacrifice in relationships? What's happening when you sacrifice for relationships? Now, this was a question from a follower that was asking, uh, why is it wrong, and what happens when you're sacrificing for love in a relationship, or for sacrificing for someone else rather than yourself, right? So here's what happened, and I'm going to try to take it to the go back a little bit, and then we'll come back forward, and we'll talk about it. So thank you for following and liking. If you have any questions, make sure you always DM me, send me any questions that you have, and that's what we're doing. I'm going to start helping you in this forum, answering your questions that you need help with. Okay. Um, Thank you for joining my YouTube and subscribing. I appreciate that, and staying a part of my Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much. So let's get right into this. So, first off, what is sacrificing when it comes to a relationship? And I think that's what we need to define first. See, when it comes to a relationship, what it means is that you're giving up a part of yourself or something to satisfy someone else. And so you sacrifice what is important to you to make sure that that other person or the one is first in the process versus yourself. Now, why it matters when it comes to relationships. There's a time and a place to sacrifice for things and situations. And a lot of time when you sacrifice for someone in a relationship, it should always be if it's going to cause harm to that person or situation. And if that happens, then you should sacrifice what it takes, or compromise for what it takes to resolve or help within that matter, right? So, but here's what's happening with most of you all. You're sacrificing yourself, meaning you'll stop doing what you're doing first to go satisfy someone else's needs, or you believe you need to go satisfy their needs for them to love you or desire you, or stay a part of your life. So you end up sacrificing what makes you happy. Got it? What makes you have that great emotional desire for self. So you end up giving up a part of what makes you happy for someone else so that you can give them what they need, or hope that they be happy with what you give them, because you're seeking their love and approval. And because of that, you sacrifice self. You give up. Now, here's the thing why I'm saying this to a certain point. It's nothing wrong with sacrificing self in certain situations. But what happens is when you sacrifice for the wrong type of person. That's where what I'm talking about is when you sacrifice for someone who doesn't appreciate you, who's selfish, who uses you, who doesn't really have an interest in you, who doesn't care about the relationship, doesn't care about what you like or want. They're only being with you because of what for reasons of what you can either bring, either have, or will do. So when it comes to that, you have to recognize who you sacrifice for. So that would answer the main question that we was talking about. You have to know who you're sacrificing for, right? We should want to sacrifice if we having a great relationship, and we have those great relationships for our family, for our parents, for our children, for our siblings. That's a separate situation. But when you're in a relationship with someone that you're just, i.e., dating, you have to know when you sacrifice. When the best time to sacrifice. You don't just do that all the time, anytime, just because someone say they love you. Okay? So the whole solution is in this is relationships about understanding, connection, compromising, non-judgmental, secure, right? Happy, yeah. And it's not about giving up a part of you, all of you, in hopes that that will get that person to love or be with you or want you, because you're doing something to change the direction that they're in. Okay? So, in the end, focus on self. See, when you learn to make self happy, you learn how to put people in a place of position. Meaning, now ain't the time. What you want is not what I want. What I want to do is not what you want to do. So therefore, I'm going to do what I'm going to do that's going to make me happy. If that's not what you want to do, it's all fine and well, but this is where I'm over here. You see what I mean? So you when you make a decision to get married and you're with someone and you're in a one-on-one relationship, a marriage, to be with someone to the end, then you learn to recognize what is important to sacrifice for. And you'll mature into understanding why you sacrifice. But I'll talk about that another time, about why you're supposed to, why it's important to sacrifice when you become a husband and wife, when you take that next step to be with each other. Okay? So I hope the information that I gave you will help you. I just wanted to talk to you about that question. One of my followers wanted to try to answer that, and hopefully that helped you out. So remember, if you're single, just be patient. Love is always around. It's always seeking. Just be patient and pay attention, and you'll meet the mate that you're supposed to meet. If you're already in a relationship, what I say, it's got to be about what? Peace, joy, and happiness. So I thank you for joining the Love Dr. Pamela Smith. We'll be back again as we talk more about love, love, love.